morning, everyone. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Segal Network. I am so excited to be here on this lovely spring day. We've got an incredible lineup, so sit back, relax, listen to our full hour of Table for Two right here on the Nachum Segal Network. I'm Naomi Nachman, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm about all the food all the time. I love food. I love to shop for it, cook at restaurants, eat at restaurants, not cook at restaurants. That's Duddy's job here. Eat at restaurants. Anytime you don't feel like cooking, you can give me a call, but really not. Don't call me right now because I'm in the middle of a cookbook photo shoot for my book that's coming out this Hanukkah. I'm super excited, yet untitled book. So I hope you'll join me every week right here on the Nachum Segal Network and hear from my exciting guests, hear about my food adventures, and sharing of great ideas and recipes each week. But I want to hear from you too. Email me, Naomi@nachumsegal.com. You can join my Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and check out my website, theaussiegourmet.com. I think I got all that in. And of course, you can watch us right here on the Nachum Segal Network every day on our YouTube channel. We have a great YouTube channel on YouTube, youtube.com, and the network's channel on the YouTube website is Nachum Segal Net. So you can see and listen, experience on Table for Two every week. Great lineup of guests. Couple months ago, I was at Noga. I'm probably saying it wrong because I'm Australian. I don't know if it's Noga or Noga. But the owner, who also owns Bison and Burby, Duddy Schagalov, is going to be joining us right here in the studio. And we have Gitty Halberstam, a woman in business who has created the new kosher kalua. Can I say that? The new kosher kalua? Yeah, it's not actually kalua because since it became off the market, she branded her own brand of coffee liqueur that is mind-blowing. So we can't wait to share that with her. And there's your microphone. You can pull it so you can join in the conversation. But right here, right now, we are having a little food schmooze with everyone. I want to hear about everybody's it was Memorial Day this past week. I realized when I signed off last week's show, I didn't say, have a great Memorial weekend. So now here we are almost a week later. Okay, guys, how's it going?
Thank God.
Everyone's good? Everyone's good? Great. I've got a great lineup here. We're about to start talking. ZK, how was your long weekend? Was it really a long weekend? Sometimes Mondays are just Mondays, public holiday or not. Okay. All right, so here we are. Talking to one of my favorite restaurant owners. I have been to both restaurants in the last year and enjoyed them both so much. Let's talk first with Duddy Schagalov, owner of Bison and Burbank. How you doing?
Doing great. Baruch Hashem.
How long has Bison been open now?
So actually in 7 days it's going to be exactly 2 years. We opened June 1st, 2016.
Wow. It's gone.
Yep. Time definitely flies.
It's been a hard 2 years, I'm sure.
It's been, yeah. I mean, the first few months was a little bit of up and down. Obviously, we didn't come from the food industry. Mm-hmm. It was something that we felt like it was super necessary to do once we saw like the space.
Let's talk about that space.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's tell everyone where the space is because it's not on your typical Coney Island Avenue restaurant.
Right. So we were actually, before Bison and Bourbon came about, my partners and I, we've been in a different industry for many years together. We're doing import-export. And
the Jewish industry, yeah.
Yeah. You know, e-commerce and all that stuff.
Yeah, love it.
So we came to a certain point where we decided we wanted to open a restaurant. We were gearing more towards Crown Heights. And happened to be that on our block, where now Bison and Bourbon is, there's a comedy club that it's not like a daily thing. It's called the Bell House. And my partner was invited to a birthday party over there at the comedy club. And he went in. And after the show, he walked a different way. He walked out. It's on the block on 7th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. It's on the corner of 2nd Avenue. And he parked on 6th Street. Okay. So the way in, he came from 2nd Avenue. The way out, he went through 3rd Avenue. And he happened to see this beautiful space that was a Turkish cafe before it was Bison and Bourbon. And he walked in on a Thursday night, and there was no one there. So we saw one person sitting at the bar. We thought it was a customer. It happened to be the bartender.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. And he called me up right away, sent me a few photos, and he asked the bartender, where's the owner? And they said that come tomorrow 9 a.m., you'll see the owner. And so we did. We came 9 a.m. and we were there till about 6 or 7 p.m. Negotiating. We had no clue that this was going to be our restaurant, but we just decided that we'll just go
From the night before.
From the night before, and then within 3 days, within 3 days, we basically had a contract. We saw the space, and it had to be kosher.
You saw a vision.
We saw a vision.
Nevuah.
Yeah, I mean, we deal a lot with manufacturers, and when they come in, usually we go out to places, and then usually we ask them what type of food they like, or we didn't always go to kosher places. Sometimes they wanted something that they knew from before, from the other clients. We let them choose, but we couldn't eat there, obviously. Sometimes we ask for, a shot of something. If it's in the evening, we'll have a meeting, and then afterwards we'll have a shot of whiskey or whatever it is. But it always felt something that we just couldn't eat anywhere. And it wasn't like, we felt like there's a missing in the community that we have to take care of. And that's how Bison and Bourbon came about. We felt like it was necessary to open something like that. And thank God I can say that, it's a beautiful place, and we really feel that we succeeded. And thank God we're really busy. And the area kind of chose us. We didn't choose the area.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
And the space is divine. I want to try to describe it. I'm sure I'll do it no justice. You walk in, there's a massive outdoor space, like a courtyard with a corridor.
Yep.
They were making fun of me because I used the word corridor to talk about that hallway. And they're like, that's very Australian of you, but I guess it's not an American way of saying hallway. But they have this big, beautiful outdoor space, brick. It looks like you're in a French Parisian neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's just the walkway up to the restaurant. Glass doors, you walk in, and there's a fabulous space there. 2-floor restaurant. It's just gorgeous. In fact, it was so nice that the Food Network on television did a kosher dinner there a couple of years ago. Blown away by I love that whole experience. Some courses each course was prepared by a different chef.
Right.
Some were better than others, but one of the best one was from Allenby.
Right. He's super talented.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was Elior Bilbul.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right, Elior. But that's the first time I met him, and now I've become buddies with him. But his was amazing, and it was a wonderful evening, because if Food Network is going to allow have a restaurant, it's got to be beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
And your kitchen, you can walk in and you can have a look as you walk up that beautiful outdoor Parisian courtyard. You get to look into the kitchen. It's got a glass wall. Did you do that, or that was already there?
So most of it, I would say that 75 to 80% of Bison and Bourbon was there before. We had a designer, same designer that designed Noga. She came in. Her name is Maggie Rogatsky, super talented lady. And she's from our community in Crown Heights. And she's just very well known. And she just took from how the look of a cafe that it was before, and she completely turned it into Bison and Bourbon. There was a lot of elements that she put in with the walls. There was a lot of decorations there before that we just completely took off. We changed we changed 20 to 25% of what it was before. The windows were there before.
Okay.
But it was usually the windows there's like screens over there.
Yeah.
I know that the previous owner wanted them certain times, when they're baking, they wanted it closed. And then when it's operational, they wanted it open or something like that. But we figured out that, we're here to showcase what we can do, and why not keep it open?
I love it. And one of the most wonderful things about your restaurant besides the food is your bar.
Yeah, the bar is amazing.
You're very well known for your drinks. It's really funny because right in front of us, if you're watching us, we have Gitty Halberstam's cocktail bar set up in front, which she's going to do us a little demo here after Duddy's interview. But there's nothing like a great cocktail in the summer, and you can sit outdoors in your place and just enjoy.
Yep. So during the winter, I had a bet with my partner. Okay. What's going to sell more? Are we going to sell more wine glasses, or are we going to sell more cocktails? And I can say that cocktails are, I said wine because I love wine, but I also like cocktails. But I figured, it's meat and people like wine. But you know what? I discovered that, I don't know about the past, but definitely the present is that people love to explore new things. And, we have a very, very diverse bar menu, and it's just amazing that you could always have all the new flavors. We make everything in house. We make all our bitters in house. And
what do you mean by bitter? I don't know what that means.
So cocktails are, there's the regular cocktails that you might know, like
Kahlua and cream,
and stuff like that.
Vodka and orange,
vodka,
Coke
orange, exactly. Jack and Coke. But then there's stuff that usually you go to a little bit more creative, crafty bars where they make these bitters that are super concentrated.
What's a bitter? So
it's literally bitter. If you would take a drink out of it, like a sip of it, it's just going to be very bitter. Okay. But if it's a concentrate from fruits or vegetables, depending on what you're putting it in. But it's a mix of herbs. It could be fruits. It could be anything from the earth. And it basically, they sim it for about, I would say 14 hours, and then it sits somewhere for a few days, and then they go back on the fire for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And it becomes really bitter. But once you make a cocktail and you put 1 or 2 drops into it, there's another word you could call it Angostura.
I love it when people know everything about their fields. You're wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Lemon, lime, and bitters. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear that a lot when people order a cocktail, lemon, lime, and bitters. It's usually a gin with different fruits and bitters.
So it's that really concentrate that 1 or 2 drops is enough for the whole cocktail, and it really gives it that extra special thing that usually cannot be done at home.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I hope we're all learning something here. ZK, did you know that? Okay, everyone's learning something here on Table for Two this morning. Okay. All right, how's our Uber doing?
Yeah, our food is on the way.
Okay. He's
4
so
more
nice.
Minutes.
In 4 minutes, we're going to have food from Noga. But that's his other restaurant. So let's talk about the menu and Cindy and the whole gang at Bison, and then we'll flip into Noga.
Definitely. So the menu, I would say, is something that just had to fit the concept, the way it looked. When we opened the restaurant, me and my partners, I'm a very big meat eater.
Me too.
Yeah. Yes. And I just whenever I went to a restaurant, I usually order ribs or lamb. Steaks, I also cook. I lived in China about 12 years ago.
Really? For what?
Yeah.
On shlichus?
Work.
Like shlichus work or work?
So the year before I was on shlichus in Hong Kong. Cool. And then
I haven't gone.
No?
I've been to Hong Kong.
Okay, you'll get there.
I've done a bit of Asia, but not Hong Kong.
Yeah, so I was on shlichus in Hong Kong in 2006, and then I met a few people, and I decided in 2007 to stay for a year in China in Guangzhou.
I've been there.
Oh, you've been to Guangzhou?
At the airport. But they have a huge Chabad there.
They have
Canton.
a huge Chabad, yes.
Yeah.
And he's very close with me. He was super nice. He let me stay, meaning I had my own apartment, but he basically told me that I know that one day you'll make it. So everything you have, everything you want to eat, they shecht over there in Mongolia. They shecht cows and a lot of meat. Everything you want, don't even tell me. Just take whatever you want from our freezer, our meat. And I basically cooked for myself for about 8 months that I lived there. And everything was on the house from the Chabad house. He was super nice, the shliach over there. Till today, we're I still travel. And so that's when I started getting into food. And it was always so steaks I always knew how to cook steaks. There was plenty of steaks, but not necessarily ribs or not necessarily lamb. And all those luxuries for me, overseas started becoming very interesting. So anytime I went out, as soon as the first picture, if you go to bisonandbourbon.com, you'll see ribs. You're not going to see steaks because we're not necessarily a steakhouse. We don't want to be a steakhouse. We want to be very diverse. So anybody that wants to come in can just, if he wants ribs, if he wants lamb, if he wants chicken, if he wants meat, if he wants steak. So that's what I feel like. Bison and bourbon, there's no real, I wouldn't say, it's just meat. It's just that's the concept.
Good fleischiks.
Good fleischiks.
Okay, but you do it in a very interesting way. You got your flatbreads, you got your great appetizers.
Yeah. Uber's here.
Oh, the Uber's here. Woohoo! My SKA intern, Rachel Ash, is really working hard today.
And Cindy should be here now, too.
Oh, fantastic. She's in 12th grade. She's doing an internship with me at the end of 12th grade in my kids' high school. The girls go out and find these things that they might want to go into. I don't think she's going to end up coming into the food world, but she's a very good cook, and I know her family. She asked for the job to come work with me, and I'm like, sure, and it's been fabulous. But today, she really been working for her money.
Yeah,
We've schlepping up and down. Okay, great. So now you've got this great fleishik restaurant, great space, great food, great cocktails. And then we decided this is not enough. You went in for another one.
Yeah, so Noga came about, actually, it was an interesting story. I have a cousin, I have family in Pittsburgh, and I met someone at the wedding in Pittsburgh. So Noga is actually in a hotel.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I was there.
It's a beautiful hotel, and so I didn't know about this hotel. It wasn't kosher. It was owned by an Israeli person. And he somehow knew my cousin from Pittsburgh, and we met at the wedding. We just spoke randomly.
You have a lot of random things happen to you. Yeah. Random walks, the viewers,
exactly.
whatever.
It's all from Hashem. That's what it is.
Don't forget that for a second.
Yes. And we spoke a little bit, and nothing about hotel, nothing about restaurant. He had an existing restaurant in his hotel, but it wasn't kosher. But his son really wanted to do something kosher. Happened to be that the Chabad rabbi over here on the Lower East Side, Rabbi Stone, said, why don't you contact the guys from Bison and Bourbon? And he's like, wait a second, I met a guy that told me Bison and Bourbon, and it was a click, and he said, come down, I want you to see the restaurant. We checked it out, and we said, let's go for high-end dairy. Let's bring back kosher to the Lower East Side.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there you go.
Because there's not a lot left.
That's right.
I think there's the kosher store right here. Right,
yeah.
ZK? The East Side Glut. They sell pizza. They sell.
No. That's the kosher.
Yeah, where the supermarket, the Makolet. He sells pizza and sushi and salad and wraps and all your small goods. East Side Glut. Is that still going?
Yeah.
Yes, East Side Glut. I think that's all that's left. When I used to live here 25 years, no.
In the Lower East Side?
Yeah, I got married nearly 25 years ago. We lived here for the first 10 years. There was Ratner's, there was the Grand Deli, there was Gus's Pickles, there was Bialy's. Maybe the Bialy's is still going.
I think back then, even Russ and Daughters had a hechsher, no?
No. The one he never had a hechsher, the one uptown does. And the museum.
Right.
It's awesome. You should go.
Yeah.
Very good food. Okay.
So I heard.
Not as good as Noga. I'm not sure if it's Chavisra.
What?
The one uptown.
I think it is Chavisra.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So back to Noga.
Is that it was a click for us, but we said that we don't want to be Italian because Italian is your typical kosher dairy restaurant.
Oh yeah, boring. Yeah, been there, done that.
We want to focus on the Lower East Side in general. Stuff that I've learned about the Lower East Side, that a lot of people are very health conscious. I'm not sure if you heard of Dirt Candy. It's actually a restaurant over here. It's not kosher. They're 100% vegan. It's about 3 to 4 week wait to get in, no matter when you call. And
hello, Naomi Nachman? No, that doesn't help.
Yeah, literally. And they're very health conscious, health forward. Everything is so at Noga we focus on fresh. Everything comes in fresh daily. You won't see vegetables from the day before.
I love that. I love that. Ooh.
And it's all farm grown. Everything is organic, 100%.
Do you go to the farmer's market to buy your stuff?
Well, the chef does.
Okay, not you.
Not me.
I was there this morning.
Yeah. So, and we do a lot of stuff like that, and everything is made in house. We don't outsource anything. Not the bagels, not the breads, not the pastries. Everything is 100% made in house. All the sauces, even the goat cheese. Like we get milk and we make goat cheese, and some of the cheese, like the ricotta cheese that we make. So yeah, everything is made very, very fresh, and we're just trying to bring diversity to kosher between both Bison and Bourbon and Noga. And really, I would say that Noga is something that you just cannot compare. Like anybody asks me, what is it like? Is it like this? Is it like that? I say, look, I don't like comparing in general, but there is nothing to compare it to because it's just so unique and divine within, the menu and everything that we were able to put together.
Completely blown away now. Bison and Bourbon, you had Khani's.
Yeah.
You had Khani's.
Yeah, that was a beautiful event.
Signing. I was probably the only foodie not there.
Uh-huh.
I suffer from FOMO on a good day. I was literally crying, but it was my husband's grandmother's unveiling.
Oh, okay.
That day, and I mean, she died 60 years ago. I'm just saying, but there was the.
But you couldn't make it.
No, I had to go to this. They had a new unveiling. Her matzeva broke.
Oh,
and
wow.
So her grandson, which is my husband's uncle, put up a new matzeva. So
Wow.
we went to that. I thought
Yeah,
it was
that's
a
important.
perfect Mother's Day thing to bring the family together. It was
Definitely.
actually a beautiful event. But on the way home, I was kind of like crying. We had an amazing meal at Tea Fusion afterwards. So the uncle took us, the whole family, to Tea Fusion. Stopped the tears from coming out that I was missing Honey's parties. Honey's a great friend of
Right.
mine.
But
And
thank God for Instagram and social media, right?
I felt like I was there. I felt like I got to be there. And I hope everybody is enjoying Millennial Kosher
Yeah.
as much as I am.
Beautiful book.
Yeah, she's so talented.
And yours is too.
Thank you, but it's Pesach book. Nobody wants to look at it during the year, which is so sad because I've got great recipes all year. I'm sorry, it's shameless plugging of my book. I can't help it, but I have another one coming out.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the end
Not
of the
Pesach
year.
or
Not
Pesach?
No,
Not
no.
Pesach. Okay.
All the food that can't go into my first book.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was Pesach first. So all the chametz food's going in. So you went in for 2 restaurants now.
Went in for 2 restaurants.
Don't tell me there's a third in the future.
No third. Right now.
He's having a break. So let's start eating. Where's Cindy? What
Food
happened
is right
to
here.
Cindy?
Cindy should be parking. She should be here.
Oh,
This is
okay.
actually some stuff from Noga.
Oh, we have. Oh, we're
Actually,
going
you
in.
guys
for-
have utensils?
Rachel knows where everything is. Oh my God, we get to eat ZK. This is very exciting. Okay.
Yeah, so even our
Ooh.
to-go bags are 100%, like our
Boxes.
to-go boxes are 100% organic. And
but not
it's
the plastic.
not the plastic.
Well, you
That-
can't have everything.
Right, we can't have
Okay,
everything.
this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, everyone. Can you grab a camera?
Yeah.
I don't have a camera. My phone is. Oh my gosh, guys. ZK. Another day of eating.
We actually also just imported a huge wheel of cheese, a 90-pound wheel of cheese. Thank you. There you go. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Say that again. No, you just got 90 pounds of cheese.
Of wheel from Italy. We imported a huge wheel of Parmesan.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I have a photo here.
Okay, let's hold that up to the camera. Guys, this is so exciting.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
so I thought you were bringing... I'm happy that it's milchiks.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. It's the middle of the day.
Yes.
Is
Oh,
it
you
food-
thought it was Fleischix?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you were sending it from Bison.
No. Bison opens at 6. So
Oh,
it
I
would be-
was wondering.
Staff comes in at 12. It would be a little tough.
Yeah, no. I'm very happy to have milchiks. I
There you
love
go. You're having
Fleischix.
Fleischix soon.
In the middle of the day, I'm like,
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's open everything up.
Yeah.
And can I just say, even this, you've plated it beautifully.
Yeah.
He said when we're preparing for the show, we were talking about things being, he was going to bring things. He was worried about how to plate it, but this is plated beautifully.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to stand up mid-show and take a photo.
There you go.
Okay, so you're going to tell me what we're
Me
eating
too.
here. Okay, look what goes on the Nachman Siegel Network. Okay, wow, this is so cool. Lots going on. Okay, all right. So I didn't wash, so I can't eat the bread. Hey, joining us, walking into the studio, is super talented chef Cindy. Cindy, what's your last name?
Oh, Stadamirov.
Stadamirov. Yeah. Okay, this is amazing. Cindy, thanks for coming.
Yeah, sorry. Traffic is
Yeah.
insane.
You know why? Because the president's in town.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I happened to have taken the train in this morning, so I think that was just sheer dumb luck. Cindy was on Top Chef.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Even better.
Even worse.
Even worse. It was hell, literally.
was.
So tell us a little bit about your background.
I've been at Bison and Bourbon now for 2 years since we've opened. I come from an Italian Colombian background, so cooking is a main staple in my house. And I was on Hell's Kitchen. I finished 4th out of 20.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Good
it
for
was
you.
very incredible. It was very incredible. It was a great experience. Learned a lot from Chef Ramsay.
Okay. Is he as scary as he seems?
He is, but he isn't. He's like a teddy bear.
Because he's got an accent.
Yeah, that must be what it is.
People ask me all the time, do I know him? I'm like, I'm Australian. He's British.
Yeah.
And he's like on TV and I'm on radio. We don't know each other.
It must be the accents. Nobody can tell the difference between the
Americans can't tell the accents apart. Okay. So how many years ago was that?
Oh, that was, what's it, 2018? Oh, I'm getting old. That was about 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. Yeah, it's amazing. I still get recognized. I was just away over the weekend in northern Maine, and somebody recognized me.
Oh,
like
that's
so far
awesome.
away from everything.
Because of Bison and Bourbon.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And you were in the Must Be we did an event together. We did Must Be a Chopped Hunger.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
So that was back in August for Alex Rappaport. We're already thinking and talking about the next one. I see yolk running here. My heart is pattering.
Go ahead. dig in.
Yeah, the food looks
Okay,
incredible.
walk us through. You know, we have a YouTube channel, so even though we're on radio, we also have our YouTube channel. Walk me through this
Definitely. Okay.
while I
So
eat.
this is while you eat. All right. So that's a truffle Caesar salad. Mm-hmm. Has some. If you look at it, has some micro chilies on there. It's really good. Like these greens were picked literally within the last few days, and they were in the farmers market today, and that's where they came from. And
Oh my God, this is amazing.
yeah,
I love the chili with the
Yeah.
Parmesan cheese.
and this is the cheese that we imported. I mean, obviously we bought a full wheel, but we're breaking it down, and that's really fresh from Italy. It just came in about 2 weeks ago. The cheese, the Parmesan.
This is magnificent.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass this round to everyone in my studio to try because this is like completely mind-blowing. ZK, you're going to try some of these. And Rachel, Gitty. Gitty, in 5 minutes you're on, mate. So start lining yourself up. Gitty and I are going to be drinking after this.
David and I get to stay for that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone is welcome. All the guests are welcome to stay throughout the show.
Well,
Hi, Gitty.
you will be able to drink Moscato cocktails at Bison and Bourbon and hopefully at No Go
There you
too.
go.
Okay.
Cindy and I met last week.
Last week, and we made some cocktails already.
I know
so-
Emily had a blast.
Okay, I cannot wait. And, this is going to be incredible. All right, so what am I eating now?
That's a black garlic avocado toast. It's based with black garlic. The bread is butter brioche, and it has a lot of special seasoning. It has some chickpeas, roasted chickpeas, avocado, the egg yolk. And
Oh my God, this is amazing! I'm not eating the bread because I didn't wash. I'm just
It's
eating the top.
actually not hamoitzi. It's mostly butter. but-
Mostly butter in the bread. That sounds good to me, Bob.
Yeah.
I have like
There you
my rabbi told me if it looks like bread, it's bread. So
Okay.
everyone's a little different.
Definitely.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
You should try the salad.
Okay, you want?
Of course.
Take. Pass around, Rachel. Have you had? We are very good sharers here. Rachel, how is that?
Very, very good.
Very, very good.
Delicious.
Okay.
Enjoy.
They're like, eat this all the time. They're like, ha.
Yeah. Right over here we got a tuna croque. It's made. It's
Like a croque madame?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
So
Going right in for the salad.
yeah, that's a really good lemon vinaigrette salad. Some orange zest in there. The sandwich has fresh tuna, so it's not your typical. It's fresh tuna, so it's kind of like a tuna tartare in a sandwich with an egg yolk on top. And also the bread is butter brioche, really good.
This is killing me. This
Yeah,
is amazing.
I mean if you can't eat the bread, just
No. I'm-
lift it up and dig in.
Yeah, what's this? Is this avocado?
No, that's a sauce. I think it might be for the season. I think it may be mint pea
Oh, okay,
sauce.
that might be going. Okay, so I'm going to take out a little salad and a little of the tuna. And a little bit of the egg, because you want a little bit of all that. It's
There you
there
go.
for a reason.
Definitely.
So you want it, whenever you go out to eat and they bring you a very composed dish with many different components, you take a little bit of everything.
Definitely.
Right?
Yep.
Cindy, you would say that also.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
taste everything separately and then all together. Thank you, ZK.
Yeah, everything should be perfectly seasoned, but it should come together like a nice marriage when you have it all together.
Marriage of flavor.
Exactly.
I talk about that all the time. Okay.
If you don't season all the pieces, then it just
Right.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, let's try a little bit of all this. I want a little bit of everything on the fork.
She can't even talk. Speechless.
Oh my God. There's something in this. Is that fennel?
Yeah, this salad actually has some bits and
Yeah,
fennel.
I taste fennel.
Yep. Good taste. Good buds.
Fennel is very distinct.
Yeah.
I feel like Naomi's been around the block when it comes to food. I think she could pick up a lot of things, more than most.
I have a 19-year-old daughter that has a much finer palate than me. She knows which barrels of oak or corks or much better than I do when she can really, I make her taste everything I make.
That's incredible.
When I do, because she has it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right. What is this
So
beautiful
this
thing over here?
actually- Okay, that is Greek yogurt with some maple and apples and homemade granola.
I've never eaten yogurt in my life.
Oh my gosh. I take back what I just said.
Okay, I cannot yogurt. But I will, because I am an open-minded eater, right? Rachel, I've got to be open-minded. I'm going to put a little bit on a fork, because I would imagine you guys made your own Greek yogurt.
Yes, we did.
See? It smells like yogurt. I'm having a hard time here. Okay, holding it back from my nose. Okay. I put a little bit with some of the seeds and some of the, what's this, maple?
Yep.
Okay, see, I'm doing it. I'm eating yogurt. Do I say shechianu? I'm not sure. Maybe.
I love the expression. Whoever's not viewing, just what minute is this?
I just want to say yogurt's still yogurt, but I appreciate this. I do eat Lebanese and plain
Lebanese,
yogurt.
amazing.
I do love Lebanese.
Lebanese,
Love.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bit yogurty for me. It's a big step in my life. I'm 47. This is the first time I've willingly put yogurt in my, like, straight up like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you said it was
We
going to
have
be
to
good.
post about that.
I ate it. All right, we've got 1 minute left before we have to switch over.
Yep.
And you guys will stick around. We're going to make some cocktails together.
yes.
Okay, what am I adding? Oh, wait, let me guess. This has got to be goat cheese on top of a bed of beets, because goat cheese and
Exactly.
oh, baby.
Exactly.
Goat cheese and beets are a marriage of
Yep.
flavors.
So even the goat cheese that you're tasting right now we make the goat cheese, and it really is super creamy.
That's
it's
not normal.
It's more like a spread as opposed to like a hard goat cheese. And yeah, it's a really, with baby arugula on top. It's a beautiful, beautiful salad. Just very easygoing, very
This is nice.
yeah.
This is lovely.
It's good for
Love
any
it.
time of the day, especially if you're health conscious.
But people don't love goat, right? Do you find that? Like goat and lamb, duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
A,
Gamey.
it's a tang in the cheese, but that kind of adds the complexity and the quality to it, and that you have to really appreciate that in order to enjoy goat cheese.
I agree. I agree. This is really, something. Wow. Okay, before we try last dish, Duddy said we can do a giveaway.
Definitely.
Okay, say what it's going to be. You have to think of it.
The couple.
A couple,
Dinner for two.
dinner for two at
Either or.
either. You can choose. You can go, we'll give you the details. You can either go to Noga or Bison and Bourbon. All you have to do, this is not an Instagram giveaway. I want to see you email in.
Yep.
Naomi@nachamsiegel.com, and I will take those winners and I will put them in touch with Duddy, and they will win dinner for two.
Definitely.
I love that. Thank
And
you
they
so
can
much.
choose meat or dairy.
Okay.
This is actually my favorite dish in the restaurant. Right here.
Wow. Okay. This is your favorite dish. Okay,
Favorite
for
dish.
starters, I love broccolini. Broccolini is a cousin of a broccoli. Would I say that, Cindy?
Yeah, definitely.
Second cousin once removed.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Twice kicked out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to just pull a little bit of broccolini off. I love broccolini, full of all the good healthy stuff.
Yeah. So the sauce over here underneath the fish is what I think is like makes this whole dish very divine and unique. It's homemade sauce, obviously, made from a lot of things that the chef put together. It's just too complicated for me to remember all the details.
Cindy, I need to learn how to make the skin crispy. Like that.
Yeah, there's definitely technique to it. Nice hot pan. A little bit, depending on if you're doing dairy or meat, olive oil or butter. And see how there's a slit in the skin there?
Yep.
Helps to keep the skin flat so that it doesn't curl up. And that'll get you the crispiness to all four corners of the fish.
This is magnificent. Guys, you have got to go to Noga. Make reservations right now through
NogaNYC.com.
Okay, this is magnificent. Wow, I hope you guys can stick around. Bison and Bourbon, Noga, the best flavors put together, best quality ingredients, the best ambiance. I can definitely say the best.
Yeah,
and I don't like to
definitely.
say the best because I don't want to exclude so many other people that I know, but really you have the best and the most unique ambiance right there at Bison and Bourbon. The summer's coming up. Go for dinner, sit outside, have some drinks.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Duddy's there. He'll come say g'day.
And we do have actually a promotion going on during the summer
Oh,
for all cocktails and alcoholic beverages, or actually all beverages coming from the bar. Saturday nights are 20% off.
Oh, that is great to know, everyone. All right,
Yeah.
but make sure you make reservations. Guys, thank you so much. We're going to switch seats.
Alrighty.
Go ahead.
We're going to have a l'chaim now with a Hoover. With Gitty. Who's on the next show. I'm meeting up with a Hoover later on today from Homegrown Kosher. Okay, I'm going to throw that plate and that forks out. Gitty.
Hi. Hi. How are
Welcome.
you?
Okay,
See
great.
you and actually sit down and talk.
Oh,
rather than just
I'm
mess with
so
them.
excited, guys. Here's the plate. Here's the covers. We'll put them. But everyone should eat. You know. I have. Okay, you have to go. Thank you so much. We will talk. I hope everybody is going to join in. I'm just saying goodbye to Duddy, and I hope you'll all email in for a chance of winning the giveaway with Duddy. How cool is that? Bison and bourbon or Noga. Dinner for two.
Moscato, which is what we're about to talk about, is going to be on the menu.
I know.
For sure in Bison. Now let's hope also in Noga. Bartenders love it because it's actually different than anything that's on the kosher
So
market.
let's back it up for 1 second. Gitty reached out to me through Shush Turin, I think.
Shashi Turn. I know Shashi for years.
Okay, we love her to pieces. So she said, I've got a friend who makes this coffee Kahlua-like drink. You got to try it. Can she send you some? Like, yeah, sure. Okay, arrived at my house. Sat there for a few days because it said coffee, and I wanted to make sure I could have it like earlier on in the day, because if I have coffee after 4 o'clock, I'll be awake till the next day.
Well, it does have caffeine in it.
Right. So
'Cause
I'm like
it's
very
pure-
careful, and I had some, and I'm like, oh my God. I called her up and I'm like, you're on my show. When can you come in? ASAP. This was like literally a week ago.
Literally.
As soon as we could, first time in the studio with ZK, we arranged to meet up today. So how did from mum come to be a winemaker?
Well, really started as a funny story. Years ago, we're talking at least 6 years ago, my mother-in-law loved a different brand of coffee liqueur that's not kosher anymore. So we decided for the fun of it to make our own kosher version.
Kahlua. She's talking about Kahlua.
I guess.
He who must not be named.
But we came up, like, my whole kitchen counter was covered in freezer containers labeled with different formulations that we were trying. So we came up with one that was really good, and we brought it for Purim to the table. And my in-laws have a house with tons of people coming and going. And within like 2 hours, it was gone. It was finished, and people were requesting it. I was giving it to my family in freezer containers till like strangers were trying it and asking for it. So we got bottles, and we came up with our name, which is Moscato. It means to brew and blend in Latin. And we were selling it out of our house, like bootleggers. And
It's the prohibition in the 21st century.
And then people were really asking for it. So we found some people to help us, and we actually launched on the market. We launched for Purim. So we're out pretty much just 4 months.
Perfect timing. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
get
It was a hustle to get into pretty much all the kosher stores in New York and New Jersey for Purim. But through word of mouth, it's really been doing well. Like, people are really liking it because it's not like anything on the kosher market.
I'm so excited to try it. What separates yours from the whatchamacallit brand? All those other
All the other brands.
All the other
first
brands.
of all, it's not very sweet.
Okay.
Most of the coffee liqueurs out there are very, very sweet and very, very thick.
Right.
This is smooth. It's not as sweet. And it does have a higher alcohol content. It's 35%.
Oh, let me tell you, after I tried it, I was not able to go to Gourmet Glad afterwards. I had to wait till I sobered up.
Because
Right, Cindy? It's strong.
it's stronger. But the thing is that there's a misconception. People think that liqueur should not have a high alcohol content. It should be this sweet little drink that, we just down like water, or, soda water with a little alcohol. That's not what liqueur is supposed to be. In the non-kosher markets, the liqueurs all have 35, 40%. In the kosher market, they're all these, 15, 18, maybe 20%. But the higher the alcohol content, the better it stands up in cocktails, in baked goods,
So good
in
to
mixed
know.
drinks, because it's more powerful. And it's much smoother. It leaves you with like an aftertaste of, I want more, instead of, I need a glass of water.
Very interesting.
Bartenders love it because it mixes so beautifully, and it's so coffee forward that it holds its own.
I like how you say coffee.
Well, I'm a real New Yorker.
I
Born and
know.
bred.
It's funny, but I'm sensitive to accents because, I'm Australian, so I know you have a very thick New York accent. I love it.
I actually try to temper it sometimes just so I
No,
don't.
don't.
sound-
I love it. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay, so did you have to learn mixology to show everyone how to use your drinks? Or?
No, it's actually the drinks I'm showing today are actually fun drinks that we created at home. But
I like your home.
my home's a lot of fun. We have a bar.
I would imagine.
But I work full time. I was never really in this industry. I teach. I do ABA. It sort of just happened that it became a business.
Good for you. I love
And-
that. Okay, I asked the guys on my show last week, from brain to shelf, how long was that?
Well, you have to realize it was different. We were on the market. We were just on the market. People had to contact me personally.
No. Meaning from when you had the idea, let's do this, make a, imitation.
Actually bring it onto the stores.
From the concept of thinking, let's do this, to having it on the shelves, 1 year, 2 year, 3.
So
6
from
months.
when it came from, let's not sell it out of the house and let's sell it.
No, even before that.
That took
Hatchala.
from when we started to when we were selling, it was a couple of months. But it was
Okay.
in my house late at night playing around.
So, and even let's take it even back even further from when you said let's start mixing drinks at the table, making them in ice cubes.
That we do all the time.
Okay, no, but when did this really start? Like from the beginning.
So it's about 6 years.
6 years. So it took you 6 years
But to bring it to
around.
real market from when I took what my recipe
from perfecting the recipe and getting the ideas to let's do
right.
this.
But then from when I took it from making it in my house, selling it to, my friends and family, to what you can buy on the store shelves, it's going to be 2 years this summer.
Oh my God, 2 years of hard work, right?
It was hard work. The last 4 months was really like I'm right now I don't have a huge team behind me, so getting into every store is pretty much me.
And I see on the back there's 3 Hershers.
It's really only 2.
Okay.
It has the OU.
Woohoo.
And it has the NSK. The NSK has the English version and the Hebrew
What's
version.
NSK?
NSK is New Square. It's pretty much top,
Okay.
like the top Hersher you can get.
Okay. Now, what does Miscayo mean?
Miscayo.
Miscayo.
Miscayo is how you pronounce it. And it means to brew
Who came up with that name? I love it.
in Latin. My husband, actually.
Very clever.
It's a different name. We wanted something different. My bottle also.
It's very
a
classy. It's a beautiful bottle.
It's like the bottom is square and it becomes round. And it's different. It's not like when you go into the kosher store and you see it on the shelf, it doesn't look like anything
Clean
else.
lines. It's beautiful. The design
I
of
used
the
a
bottle.
really cool designer.
Now, how do you do it? You've got to go get a Hersher. Do you have to go through legal,
Yes.
have a
So I had to go through
liquor
the whole,
license?
Yes. I had to go through the whole process to get a liquor license. So I don't have the liquor license to sell. I have the liquor license to produce because I don't actually produce it. I have a distillery in upstate New York that produces it for me.
Like you outsource the production.
It's not that I outsource it.
You
I
can't.
can't do it in my own kitchen anymore. Not legally. Not legally and not kosherly.
No, you
My
come
Hersher
into your
won't kill me.
bathtub.
But
I know
it's actually created in a distillery. And
Who's your
I'm
distributor?
It's actually distributed out of Park Street, which is a company based out of Florida. They do the importing and as well as distribution. They specialize in small brands like startups.
I just love this.
But
And her name's on the back. Like
I guess I signed
she
every
tells
bottle.
her story.
This proves that I really believe in it. Because if I didn't sign my name to it, then you wouldn't know that I really stood
Okay.
behind it.
Are we starting to drink now?
Okay, I'll
Friday
just give
morning.
you
You
a
know what?
drop.
No. Somewhere in the world, it's already
5
kiddish.
o'clock.
It's kiddish time
It's
somewhere.
kiddish time.
You know, in Australia, it's already Shabbos morning. My dad's making kiddish for lunch.
Well, it's actually delicious to have this Shabbos morning kiddush or
Oh wait, he needs.
anytime.
I gotta fly this plane.
Just
He's flying the plane. Have a little sip, but really, ZK, mamash one sip because you have to sober up to end the show, to hit the outro music.
It's not that little bit won't make him drunk.
You know, Rachel will be the only one who'll be lit because she's not 21. She gets to be the only one that can
you know what?
run the switchboard.
You know what the funny thing is that whenever I do tastings, men are like, "I don't drink
Come sit down.
I don't drink liqueur. I only drink, hard stuff. And then I'm like, try it. And they're really shocked. And then all of a sudden the women are like, I can finally have something I can drink with my husband.
Oh.
Because women love it, but men love it too.
This is amazing. We just got a surprise guest on the show. Do you
Yes,
know who that
I know.
is?
I actually
That is
met
Donnie
him.
Klein. Donnie Klein, welcome to the Nachman Siegel Network.
You want some?
He just surprised
I'm
us.
good, thank you. Hi.
Hi, Donnie. I finally got you in the studio.
It's been a long time coming. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You've been a guest on the show many times, but he sent me a text a little while ago. I'm in the area. I'm like, come on by. And I didn't know if this was actually
We
going to happen.
actually met. He actually tried my product and he really liked it.
Yeah, I have it at home. Served it over Shavuos this past week
Do you know, I feel really bad. I forgot to tell you I was coming to West Hempstead.
for Chag.
I was there for 3 days. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't tell
It's
you.
fine. We had a lot of company.
Yeah, I know. I heard you invited Esty.
Yeah.
Yeah, she couldn't come though. I know. She told me that she had. And West Hempstead is the happening place now. Did you know that?
I think it's an alternative community for people who don't want some of the hustle and bustle of some of the other suburban areas. So if you want an alternative to like the Five Towns or Teaneck, I think
West
that
Hempstead.
West Hempstead's it's an interesting
I love it. It's
place there. Yeah.
It was my 11th Shavuot in a row. Going to West Hempstead. My husband's Chavrusa of 30 years lives there, so we always spend Shavuos together.
That sounds like
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun. We have a good time. We have a little l'chaim every meal. They do a lot of learning, Baruch Hashem. It's very nice. So we're going to have some drinks here. You know Cindy, right, Donnie?
Yeah.
Head chef, executive chef at Bison and Bourbon.
General manager now.
General manager.
Changed my role.
Change your role. Okay, that's
Should I
good a
take
little
a break
bit.
from cooking?
Yeah, a little bit of a break, but still very much involved
Okay.
with helping in the kitchen still.
Okay, no, that's amazing. I
We
think
gotta have a manager that can do everything.
Yes.
right. I know when I did my book, the most important person when we did the production of the book was the manager. I could not, which was Melinda Strauss for me. You can't do that yourself. You have to be able to do everything, and I'm really excited that you've got that position because you can,
thank you.
you know food and you know customer service, so it's all coming together. That's what we need in restaurants as well, right? Let's talk to Donnie about that. But yeah, that's kosher, right? Like you would agree that.
Yes, I think that having somebody who both knows the kitchen and knows the front of house,
Front of house, that was the word I was looking for.
right, who understands both sides will help make sure that everything's running smoothly on both ends, and ultimately you want to please the customer.
Okay.
So somebody who has an understanding of what's happening in the front, what's happening in the back, is going to be successful.
Okay. All right.
We don't realize how much a restaurant has so many moving parts.
Oh, beyond.
I think that
We just had Duddy here.
yeah. So it's funny. So because I'm at an event here in Lower East Side for the day, I popped into Noga for breakfast and chatted with Duddy for a bit.
And we had the Rebbe's Choice here, and I know
Yes.
that you guys brought that up. He was just here. I have all the herring outside.
That's hilarious because he mentioned it, right? He mentioned that I literally recommended that product to him maybe 4 hours
This
ago.
all came together.
Yeah. But what I want to say to your last point about restaurants, that consumers don't recognize all the involvement that goes into running a restaurant, whether it's a small like 20 or 40 seat place or a massive place like Bison and Bourbon. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that it's really, really insane. So I don't envy that role. I don't envy that position. I respect those that can do it well and that can really pull it off. And I think that consumers who are quick to judge should think about that entire experience. On the flip side, I think that there are consumers that are rightfully upset when they are putting down a lot of money and a lot of their hard-earned money for a nice restaurant experience, and they don't get what they thought they were going to get.
Right.
So I think that there's an important perspective on both sides, and the smart restaurant managers and owners and chefs are the ones that listen to their customers and evolve and change and do better.
Right. No, I think that's really well said. And I think people need to hear that as well. CK's busy taking photos. This is a great celeb moment here. Even I love seeing everyone here in this room. Let's make some cocktails.
All right. So
I'm very
Scale
excited.
actually works really well in cocktails because it's not so sweet and it's pretty coffee forward.
I don't love overly sweet drinks. I don't get America's fixation with tons of sugar.
Well, the
There's-
kosher market has been overly fixated with sweet stuff for a very long time.
Since
starting to
Ashkenazis.
it's starting to change. It's like you go to a regular Ashkenaz house, and near the chicken is a piece of like apple pie, like sweet kugel
Yeah.
or sweet something, where that's supposed to be dessert.
Well, that's what it's like in Australia. We don't put out a fruit cup for an appetizer. Americans do that.
The Ashkenaz do that.
Ashkenaz. Okay, right. The Ashkenaz and
But
the
it's
American.
starting to change. It's like I don't do it in my house, and I cook very different than my family. And sometimes my mother looks at what I'm serving, and she just she doesn't understand it because we cook very differently. And I can't do it.
Is your husband Sephardic?
No, my husband's not. Whereas Ashkenaz and
But you like spice. Okay.
we like spice, and we also don't like sweet.
Okay. I also don't. Okay, let's see what this one's going to be. We've
So
got
we
10
are-
minutes to have a l'chaim.
We are going to do an ounce, it's a little bit more.
Okay, so she's
of
using,
Moscato.
what do they call that thing?
That's a jigger.
A jigger. A jigger.
It's an easy way to measure things.
Right, and then each
It's
side
an
has
ounce.
2 sides. But you can also count. You can also count.
Well, sure you could count, but an
Right,
ounce of
what
gin.
is it? 3, count to 3 is half an ounce, count to 5 is 1 ounce.
count.
It really just depends on the bartender, but
Right.
that's why we at the restaurant at Bison use jiggers in order to create consistency, just like the kitchen should be using measuring tools when they're doing
Oh,
stuff.
I love that. That's
because
a
you
really
want the
good
same
point.
cocktail to be the same flavor every time you get it. so.
Okay. Okay, that's a
you-
great point.
Correct measuring.
What is
Ounce-
this?
This is Niguri sake.
Niguri sake. Oh,
It's
that's
a different
sake.
version of sake. There's regular clear sake, which each sake actually has its own distinct flavor. Niguri sake is a much creamier version of sake. So it actually adds a much creamierness to the drink.
Okay. Oh, did you just hear that crackle in your ears, okay?
That.
The ice with the microphones. Woo!
Oh, I need my orange peel.
Okay, do we have orange peel?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, baby.
And we
We
had
are
martini
drinking.
glasses, but we couldn't really bring martini glasses here. So
Yeah.
we're using plastic cups.
Okay, but I'm a big drink snob. I drink everything out of a glass, even my coffee out of a glass, not even out of a mug. This smells insane. Oh my gosh.
It's actually really good. We call this the Orient Express.
the Orient Express. Okay. I can just drink, right?
Do you know why?
Here's to you, ZK. Okay.
All right, now let's see if what you think.
I already made a bracha before on the other one, so I'm just going to have that all in mind.
I'm not having because I'm driving.
I took the train in. Wow. This is amazing.
Isn't that
This is
good?
really nice.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, this is this new glass that's actually really cool. It's supposed to be meant for bourbon, really. It's called the meat glass.
Is this because you need to do this?
No. It's supposed to take out the burn, and when you drink it, it's supposed to get the most flavor out of it.
Okay.
It's actually really, really cool glass.
Okay. How do we find these? What do we call them? Here, can I have the box? I'll hold it up to the camera.
Worth out of Muncie from the Grapevine, where you actually can purchase Moscato.
Okay, I'm going to hold that up to the
actually
camera.
one of the distributors, and he was promoting it. By the way, you can get Moscato at pretty much all kosher wine and liquor stores in Brooklyn, Muncie, Williamsburg,
5 Town?
Lakewood,
Does
5
Chateau
Town,
David?
Chateau and David. Before Purim, I did an event there, a tasting
I wish
on Friday.
it's like right down the block from me.
Oh, I didn't know you then.
I know. Well, you were next
now
time.
I'll
It's
come
in
back. We're going
Pastora.
to come back again, and
We'll
we're
do
going to do it more.
lunch.
If your local store doesn't have it, you can ask for it, and they can reach out to me on Instagram or email, and I will come by.
Let's try some of
And
those.
it's really simple to get it.
I want to try something with the bitters because we just learned all
That's
about
what we're going to
bitters.
do with bitters.
We just learned all about bitters with Duddy. He told us how they in Bison and Bourbon they make their own bitters.
So I sometimes make my own. I actually haven't made since Pesach. There's nothing like ice.
Every time you drop the ice in. Thank you, Donnie Klein, for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Can you come back again?
We'll try.
Okay.
There's nothing like the sound
Thank
of ice
you.
going into
I know. Thank you.
a shaker.
So nice to see you.
It's good seeing you, Donnie.
Okay.
This goes for our friend Jellico.
Okay, Donnie Klein came for a quick visit. He had a meeting on the Lower East Side, and I said, please come to the studio because he can never get in here in the middle of the day.
And an ounce of each, an ounce of Disaronno.
I just Serona. I love that. And it has an OU.
I love it even neat.
Disaronno's great.
Neat means just with ice, correct?
No,
means
neat
with
means
nothing.
plain.
Just straight
just
from the
neat.
bottle into a glass.
Into a glass.
or
Okay.
straight from the bottle.
This also calls
With
for
a straw. Or IV.
on the rocks.
On the rocks.
Means that it's with
ice.
ice.
Nachman,
Yes,
right.
That's
right.
what the ice is. This is rye. Rye is a type of bourbon. There are very many different types of rye. Sounds like I know exactly what I'm talking about.
You do. You're
sound
getting
very
away
good.
great.
Yeah.
You sound great.
You're right on the money, though.
Well, I pretty much know
She's
most
authentic.
of my
Cindy
things. Also, once I joined this business, I really have to know what I'm talking about.
Right, but when I find, and ZK will back me up on this, just about everybody who comes here is very passionate about what they do, because I love passion, but they're knowledgeable, right? Like everyone really comes forth with knowing their field and everything around it, right? They do their homework.
Well, if you don't do your homework and you don't know what you're talking about, then it calls for an ounce of Moscato.
Okay. Now we're going to
And
shake.
it calls for just 2 dashes of Angostura bitters.
Angostura bitters. Oh, that's what he was saying. What is Angostura bitters,
These
Cindy?
are super classic bitters that have been around for a long time. It's actually one of the only brands. There's only a couple of brands on the market that are kosher.
National Kashrut, yeah.
But they are very aromatic.
Smells divine.
Yeah, they're really fantastic.
Product of Thailand. So interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what's Angostura as opposed to something else?
So it's just a blend of the roots that they use in order to create that bitter aspect. So they use angelic root, they use orange peel, they'll use clove, they'll use chamomile, they'll use a bunch of different ingredients. So it's just that particular blend is an Angostura.
Fantastic.
I actually have another set of bitters here. I'm not making you drink with it, but a mole bitters with chocolate.
I can try. I'm taking the train home.
What?
I
To
can
drink?
Yeah. I'm actually just having little sips.
It's actually missing.
I love this. Oh my God.
This is a little bit
better
different.
than the other one. Yeah.
It's a little bit brighter,
Oh,
I
wow.
love this. This is really
but
good.
they're both strong, but they're both not too strong.
The rye, I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to whiskeys and bourbons.
Okay.
But the rye comes through so nicely on this,
right?
and it complements the Moscato back and forth. Like there's not a
Because-
battle.
right.
It's like a nice marriage.
And marriage is so well because it's coffee forward without being so sweet.
Exactly.
It's everything
it
forward.
works so
flavor
well.
forward. Really. And I
I'm
like
telling
it
you,
cold.
bartenders love it. Well, stick this on ice, which is also what I brought you that would have fun. I brought just plain heavy cream, Moscato and
let's
cream.
do a little bit of
with
that.
ice. That's really
That'll be our
amazing.
last drink. We have our last drink coming up. Guys, you got to grab yourself a bottle of this. We can't even do a giveaway because it's probably illegal.
You can do a giveaway.
What does that mean? I can give away one of your bottles?
You can give away one of my bottles.
What? So I can say, hey guys, if you want a bottle of Moscato, this has been a show full of giveaways. Everyone's going to put in for both. You can win a bottle of Moscato. Actually, yeah. So I'm going to give. Can I do a giveaway? Yeah. Can you ship?
I can ship it.
Anywhere
you
in
can
the
ship
United
it anywhere,
States.
anywhere in the United States.
I can't ship it. You can. I don't know how to ship.
I'll teach you how to
You'll
ship.
teach me how to ship.
I'll teach you how
Okay,
to ship.
great. So what we're going to do is, if you want to win a bottle of Moscato, you have to email me, Naomi at nachamsiegel.com. This is not an Instagram one. You don't have to have Instagram. Just make sure you follow them regardless. I mean, I'm just saying follow them. But yeah, the way to enter is Naomi at nachamsiegel.com. Say, I want to win the Bison and Bourbon / Noga one or I'm also, but I want separate emails and one for Moscato.
Also, on my website, which is moscatoliqueurs.com, I have great recipes that are really simple. Cocktail recipes as well as brownies and mousse and cheesecakes that you can do with it.
I actually made a ganache and I put in 2 tablespoons of the ganache. Ganache is when you melt chocolate into cream. And I decided to throw in 2 tablespoons of Moscato. It was delicious.
Well, for sure, because first of all, alcohol just makes everything better. But it takes,
So does heavy cream. I'm just saying.
this is adult chocolate milk.
Okay.
I mean, who wants to have like regular kids' chocolate milk? That's just not fun.
Oh, this is so rich and decadent.
This is pure decadence.
You're gonna have a
For
tummy ache from all the heavy cream.
For
Okay, you are not having this.
Moscato paired so well because in cheesecakes and just with heavy cream or in mousse, it pairs so well and it holds its own and it's actually really good. So now it's like shalsha this time in the summer when you're hosting people. There's a great, on my website, I have a great coffee freeze with this that is so delicious and decadent, but yet easy to make.
I love this, guys. This has been such an amazing show. Oh my gosh, I love that you're
This was so much
a
fun.
from woman in business, just taking things up a level, branching out of your comfort zone. You're an ABA therapist now. You're a bootlegger. But you're a record.
Well, now it's legal.
Now it's
Now I'm not a
legal.
bootlegger anymore.
I love it. I think it's fantastic. Cindy, a super talented chef,
you.
front of the house extraordinaire at Bison and Bourbon. And you have what to do with Noga?
I'm just helping David a little bit with consulting over there. So I'm actually going to head over there now and have a
Okay,
little bit of lunch.
right
with him.
here on the Lower East Side. Everyone, I want to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. We have music sponsored by our friends at Kedem right up until Lech Benching. And don't forget to listen to Mark right after the show for his Erev Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. L'chaim. See you next week.